I love that this site lips. Hey, it's Kimberly and welcome back to my channel. Today we are putting our deodorants to the test. If you haven't heard of the Think Dirty app, it is an app that lets you search products, your personal products, your toiletries, and see how they fare on the list of being clean or being toxic. So it's on a scale from 0 to 10, and it tells you what exactly is considered toxic from it. When companies disclose their information, this is the information they're going off of. So if companies don't disclose all their products and ingredients, then they can't judge if that product is good or not. So it's just giving you the facts of what the company has given and released as their disclosed information of ingredients. So I've got my deodorants here, and I'm going to be typing this in to see how these products fare, and I'll also do another screen so you can see as well. So we are going to start off with Lumi Deodorant, which again, check my other videos. I really enjoyed it. Let's see what Lumi scores as. So I'm just typing in Lumi. Ooh. On the scale, Lumi is a 5. So let's figure out why Lumi was a 5 and not a 0 or 1, which should be the most clear. We've got two half and halves. So red means dirty. Green means clean, obviously, and then yellow means half and half. So let's figure out what those ingredients are and why it says it. Phenoxyethanol. Phenoxyethanol. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I like to also double check onto here to see if it's listed. And I see it. It's about halfway down the list. And this thing says, a common synthetic antimicrobial preservative used in cosmetics. And it says there are no reports of this compound being found in natural extracts. So what I like about this is that it gives explanation, it gives its sources. So it's saying that it's half and half. So it's, you know, not the most toxic, but it's just so in case you were wondering. Well, now the next one is polyethylene glycols / polypropylene glycols. And this is a 4. So this is the next, they say, toxic, but it's half and half. The usage for this poly blah blah blah, I forgot how to say it already, is that it's it's another synthetic that's antimicrobial, and it says a preservative, and it's used in cosmetics. The reason that they use this is used as a thickener, solvent, softener, and a moisture carrier. So this makes sense for a deodorant. And then their health impacts are saying that it can have mild irritation and itchiness when used on your eyes and skin. So it's just warning you that some people might experience this, or if you experience this, this is the reason why. And then the next things that are on the list are all in the green. I would say a 5 is pretty good. Lumi gets a 5. Let's search Kopari. Uh-oh. Kopari has an 8, and the reason is because of fragrance. So what I will say is that in doing my researches about fragrances I believe are one of those where people don't disclose what kind of fragrance they're using. So it could be good or it could be bad, and there's no way of telling because companies don't disclose. So because Kopari didn't disclose what types of fragrances they're using, that's why they got an 8. So they got two 8s. So there's 2 sets of fragrances that it's not clear what they are, but you can have possible allergic reactions to them. Other than that, it's just kind of the trust system. So do we trust that Kopari is using fragrance that are all natural, or are they using fragrances that are synthetic? Take it for what you will. Everything else is green. Next up, I'm gonna check Schmidt's. So Schmidt's is a vegan deodorant that you would just use the little scooper, scoop it into your hands and put it under your arms. I had mentioned before that I don't use this as often because it's a little bit more messy, but it is vegan and cruelty free. So let's look up Schmidt's and see how that one fares. Wow, almost every Schmidt's on here is green. Schmidt's only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients. That's amazing. 7 ingredients, and they're all things that I can kind of read. Bergamot oil, lime oil, it has shea butter, Maranta arundinacea, which is also known as arrowroot powder, sodium bicarbonate, theobroma cacao, which is known as chocolate, and vitamin E, which is natural. This got the number 1. I probably should be using this more often because this is the most clean for your your body for use. It's got the stamp of approval. So this is the clean one. And last, I'm going to do the deodorant wipes. So I had mentioned this in another video that the Pacifica deodorant wipes were like a godsend to me. I absolutely love them. I did end up buying one, and I am aware that this creates more waste. I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do going forward, because these are just amazing. I could say it over and over. They're just amazing. But let's just see how clean they are. Ooh. The one that I'm pulling up is not the same one that I have, but as you saw in my other video, I have it before. It got an 8. And that is because of fragrance. Once again, if companies don't expose what they're using as their fragrance, whether natural or not, you can't tell. There's no way to police it. What I will say is that you can take some of these with a grain of salt, because everything else on their list is completely green. Everything else is green, so you know it's in good company, but it gets an 8 because it doesn't disclose what fragrances they're using, and there's no way to track it. It's literally a step away from a stamp of approval, but because they have fragrances in here, it gets an 8. So that's all for the deodorants that I have. If you're looking for a deodorant, it'll tell you which ones, and it'll recommend, and you can kind of make lists and keep lists and tracks of the ones that you have so that you can buy them. So obviously if I put deodorant in, Schmidt's comes up first. It will give you the explanation of if they're paraben free, if they've given full disclosure, if they're vegan, etc., etc. So I think that this is now my new favorite app. Thank you to my friend who suggested it to me. Hey Joanne. You can also do cleansers, masks, they have 7th generation on here, fragrances, concealers, makeup, night cream, everything on here. They have little articles as well. I highly recommend. I'll have the information down below if you're interested in downloading this app. I think it's great for on the go. Overall, does this make me not want to use any of the products and deodorants that I have? It doesn't, but it does make me aware that it is possible to have a clean product that has very minimal ingredients and that is effective, like the Schmidt's. So I'm still going to use my Lumi. I'm still going to use maybe Kopari. I love that this site lists all the ingredients, and I can look for myself. So if I did have a specific allergy, I could probably find the common denominator in the products that I have. Let me know down below your thoughts if you've used the app before, and what do you kind of regulate to make sure your products are clean. And if you want me to search other products that I have, maybe my makeup, I should take a look as well. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.